Alright, good morning. I got my Birkenstocks on today, and it is 6:45, and I'm out here at a big, huge parking garage. And I used to come here a lot, and when Mom was in the assisted living, which is over down that road there, I would come over to visit her after I had my hip replacement, and I would walk, go up and down the stairs. It's actually a 4-level, so that's what we're going to try to do today. Hopefully we won't get in trouble with security, if they have security. Yesterday I walked over to the train yard and everything felt pretty good. Today my feet are hurting a little bit. I haven't worn the Birkenstocks for several days. Alright. I haven't been here. It was like April, February, March, April when I was coming over here. And I would walk up and down the stairs, like I said. And I'd go try to visit Mom, and some of the time she was kind of bedridden. But so I got to walk and exercise my new hip. This is, of course, a really big hospital. My favorite hospital. Here we have 2 major hospitals. And this is the newest one, the one I was born in. It's clear way on the other side of town. But this is the one, well, once I get up there, I'll explain some more about it. So, here we go. Let's take this first set of stairs. This is what I've been wanting to do now. Climb stairs. Well, everything looks about the same. There are security cameras, so I gotta be prepared to deal with security. Oh boy. Well, I can't say this feels good right at the moment. It kinda does. We got more stairs to go. Alright, I am winded all the heck. Camera right up there. We got one more flight. Yeah, 30-40 trips up down these are just what I need. Just a little bit longer to go. Pretty winded. It feels good. Alright, I don't remember these glassed in areas. And that one over there. I hope there's not somebody in there. I see, it looks like a couple of cameras around. This glassed in area is all vacant. So I wonder if they have issues with homeless people coming down here. I would think they do. Oh boy, it feels good. So I'm trying to remember exactly what I did back in 2018. I'd come to go see if Mom was up and awake, and I believe that whitish looking building straight ahead is part of the assisted living. In fact, I'm sure it is. And I'd go park over there and then walk over here. If she wasn't up and awake, I'd come over here and I would come up and down the stairs. At first it was just a little bit, and then it became more and more, and I'd try to do that 3 or 4 times I don't think I'm gonna make 3 or 4 times today. It's kind of cold. I'm not dressed real warm. It's been getting colder at night. That's just a temporary thing. It's not gonna last. But I didn't want to wear a coat because I knew I'd be out here walking around. My guess would be they don't use this very much. Up here, this top floor. You can see how we're completely surrounded by mountains here. That's why during the winter it's hard to go anywhere if we've had any kind of significant snowfall. There's a very high peak straight back there with some snow on top. And I think my car is parked right down in there. Alright, I'm kind of remembering back. I think what I did was I would come up here, and once I was able to make it up to the 4th floor, the top floor here, I would walk all the way around this, and then I'd go back down, and I would go down. There's going to be another flight of stairs over there, and I'd go down that one or go back down that one, then I'd walk over and I'd go back all the way up, and I'd do it again. And it was really good exercise for my hip. What does this say? Oh, that's a suicide prevention sign, apparently. Wow. I have never seen anything like that. Wow, that's very, very sad. Well, I don't want to get anybody to get the wrong idea about me, so I'll just stay away from the edge. Oh, this is another set of stairs. Okay, I didn't realize this. I guess these glass situations were over here before. I just don't quite remember. I thought this was like a little office. Oh, that's not good. They do have homeless people here, obviously. It's a long ways down there. Well, I've been here for a few minutes and I have not seen anybody coming up checking me out. I better put my glasses on. I did forget my straw hat though. This doesn't really seem to be the straw hat area though. So those signs are every so often. Now that I look back, I see a couple of them over there. That's apparently to prevent people from making a really bad decision. Yeah. Fire extinguisher. So there is the main hospital. Actually, the main hospital. I got a story to share. I've been in this hospital several times. So the first time, okay, the main hospital, the one that was here first. See where that pickup truck's pulling out? He's going towards it right now. The corner of the building that you see, that's where the main hospital is, and then they built all these other parts on. So my first time in an emergency room as a teenager, at least, I was in one as a very young child when I ran into a tree while riding my tricycle. Yeah, I know. At some point as a teenager, I had gotten a small piece of like wall plaster in my eye, and I couldn't get it out, and it was embedded in there. And finally, 8 or 9 o'clock at night, Mom's like, well, we're gonna just have to take you to the hospital to have that removed. And, which happened, but I don't think it was here. I think it was at the big hospital where I was born at. And so that was as a teenager, my first hospital visit. But then in 1982, while speed skating, I shattered my ankle, and I was taken to the big building over there. It was, in fact, May 2nd, 1982. I was taken there, and I spent 3 or 4 days in the hospital here while my leg, because they had to put plate and screws in it and everything. And now, of course, arthritis has set in, and it's a mess. So I think I'll make another trip around here. Let's keep going. And then, when was my next visit here? I have to think a minute. Well, my next visit here, which ended up being 6 days, was in 2016 when I had a seizure due to allergic reaction to a medication. Oh, there's elevators there, I think. And I spent 3 days in ICU, and then I spent 3 days in to West, I believe it was. And that was a big, really long stay. I'm surprised that these are all opened up here. Homeless people could just make themselves right at home. And so I did that in 16. And then in 20, I had to have a pretty major hernia surgery. And I had it here. And it was not an overnight deal. I did have to, after having the plate and screws put in my ankle, I had to have a second surgery like 6 weeks later to have one of the screws taken out so I could walk. And I did that at the other hospital. I don't know why. Alright, let's make another round here. Well, this is working out pretty good. So far, so good. Nobody's bothering me. And so I did that later that year in 82. And it was just like a day and a half or something. And then in 20, I was here for the hernia surgery. And then I had to come back. Well, maybe it was before the hernia surgery or after it. I had to have a colonoscopy. My doctor wanted me to have one of those. So I did that here too. And again, that was just not an overnight stay. And then, what else has happened to me? Oh, and when was it? 21. I managed to detach a rib in my back. I was moving furniture that day. Just normal thing you do. You know, pick up your refrigerator or your couch. No, I didn't do that, but I was just moving furniture around. And when I woke up the next day, I had a tremendously bad pain in my chest. Or it seemed in my chest. It was in my chest and my back. and it was the upper part. And, you know, I didn't know what to do about it. It was pretty bad. I thought I was having a heart attack. And finally, it just got so bad that I called my sister. And I said, I think I'm having a heart attack. I'm having a pain in my chest like I've never felt before. So she called an ambulance. They came and got me. And they brought me here. I spent 8 hours down in the emergency room, and I was so thirsty. I guess I was just dehydrated, and I was so dang thirsty, and they wouldn't give me water at all. And I was really mad at them. Like, come on, I'm just dying of thirst here. But finally, they wanted to keep me overnight. And once I got into the room, I hadn't ate anything all day. And the nurse says, I gotta eat something. So I got they brought me a little dish of ice cream. I guess it was sorbet or whatever. And I ate almost all that. And it was small, it wasn't a big dish at all. And then I don't remember anything the rest of the night. I slept the whole rest of the night because they had me on some type of something, I forget now. But I didn't have a heart attack. And everything was okay, but they kind of diagnosed it the next day before they let me go as a detached rib. And I didn't even know that was possible to have one of your ribs come loose, apparently, from your spine. Man, that was crazy. So I was on a muscle relaxer because all the pain I was feeling is because of that ribs, and they're kind of floating around, and it's making the muscle really angry. So I had to take a bunch of time off work, gladly, and that was that. It finally healed up. Sound like a very good running vehicle. I wish my car sounded like that. I'm just kidding, of course. All right, well, let's head down the stairs. And I think I'm about all walked out for today. I gotta go down 4 flights of stairs. Maybe I'll feel like oh boy, you can tell I've had people camping in here. Anyway, so let's get down to the bottom of the stairs, and maybe I'll feel like coming up them again, or maybe not. Oh, there's a bird right there. He's not supposed to be in here, but he should be able to find his way out. Okay, well, let's see how I traverse the stairs. Oh, there's all... Kept wondering what I was grabbing here. It's bird stuff. Oh my goodness. Okay, I decided not to go back up the stairs. I think I did adequate today. That was fun, and nobody bothered me, so maybe I'll just be able to do this anytime I want to. I'm glad that those stairs are there to walk on. Unfortunately, both my feet are hurting, and my knees. Everything that's worn out on me is hurting right now. So maybe I just haven't drank enough water yet today. So I guess we'll head for home. And if I feel like it in the morning, we'll come back and do this again. Or we'll go up to the cemetery. That's it for now. See See you in the next video.